Now that this year's Ryder Cup has come to a close, heads are already turning 4,000 miles across the sea towards Paris, host city of the 2018 Ryder Cup at Le Golf National. The course is situated a mere 20 miles from the centre of Paris, in the shadow of the historic Chateau of Versailles. With an abundance of history on its doorstep, Le Golf National couldn't be a more fitting venue to host one of the most watched sporting competitions around today. It was July 1987 that the build for the Albatross course first began. It then opened 3 years later and became the venue for the 1991 Open de France, the oldest national open in continental Europe. This year, the club hosted the centenary edition of the French Open, Thongchai Jaidee holding off Ryder Cup players like Rory McIlroy and Rafa Cabrera Bello to claim the title. The championship course challenges you to use every club in your bag, as it combines the traditional feel of a links course with the modern features of target golf.
I think it was one of the unknown jewels of the European Tour. The players love it because it's a very much a match play golf course. You can see why it was chosen for the Ryder Cup immediately when you stand on the first tee, because you've either got massive rough on the right or lots of water on the left, and that's basically the theme as you go around. Every hole is a toughie. It's a very fair golf course though if you're playing well. It's a great track.
Among the biggest challenges the Albatross course poses are its greens. They are expertly shaped around water features and sprinkled with bunkers. It's a full 18-hole challenge, but the finishing stretch has rightly attracted the most acclaim. The 18th hole here on the Albatross course is something quite special. Your only hope is to execute the perfect tee shot to give yourself a short club to then attack this testing island green. With hundreds of surrounding spectators, this promises to be quite the spectacular closing climax of the matches.
Anytime you're standing on the 18th tee box there with any pressure on, it's one of the toughest tee shots maybe of the year, followed by not a particularly easy second shot. Sometimes it's 3 when it's firm and fast. You really have to hit some kind of a fade down there, keep it away from the water. I made a 2 there in 2004, back in the par 5 days, but now they've moved the tee back and called it a par 4, and it is one of the toughest finishing holes. Nice to have won twice around here and had to have taken that last hole on, so it's a tough finish.
Massive finish for any golf tournament and any Ryder Cup. Lots of things can happen on the 15th. 16th, your tee shot is from high above and you're hitting it down into the green. You just don't know what club to take. 17th is a long, straight, uphill haul to the green. I think it's something like 440 metres long, so that's about 480 yard par 4 uphill. And then the 18th was voted by the European Tour the most difficult hole on the European Tour this year.
The Albatross is a firm but fair course, measuring in excess of 7,000 yards. Viewed by many as one of the toughest tests on tour, and recently improved following extensive modifications in preparation for the Ryder Cup.
This is a golf course which to me has got better and better over the years. You know, when we started coming to Paris National, they had a lot of very tall fescue grass very close to the fairways. It was a very difficult golf course. It gets firm and fast around here, and over the years, you know, they've sculpted the rough better, they've cut the fescue back. I mean, the golf course has really improved over the years. To me, it's always a good test of golf.
A favourite for the pros, with a wonderful city on its doorstep, Le Golf National is set to be a special venue indeed for the 2018 Ryder Cup.